Well, hello there, you absolutely amazing, audacious, awesome person. This is Melinda Balling. Thank you so much for calling our Quantum Leap hotline this weekend. Well, I'm recording this today, Saturday, June 14th, and because it is officially Flag Day, I wanted to take my time today to just talk about, well, the meaning behind Flag Day and what it means to me personally. There seems to be so much civil unrest in our beautiful, wonderful, absolutely amazing country right now. So I just really want to take a few moments to just reflect on what our freedom really means and how proud I am to be an American. So today, we can take a moment to reflect on a meaningful yet sometimes overlooked holiday in the United States, and that's Flag Day. And it's celebrated each year on June 14th. So Flag Day actually commemorates the adoption of the Stars and Stripes as the official flag of the United States in 1777. So I kind of looked up the history and the details because I just really wanted to know exactly how our flag came to be. Perhaps I should have already known that, but I'll be honest, I really didn't. So Flag Day, which is observed annually on June 14th, actually celebrates the adoption of the American flag by the Continental Congress in 1777. Oh my goodness. Think of what it was like for them at that particular time in history. Well, it's a day to honor the principles of freedom, unity, and patriotism that our flag symbolizes. Of course, it's not a federal holiday, but it is a nationally recognized observance, with many Americans displaying the flag and participating in patriotic events. And of course, we have one going on right now, which is also celebrating the anniversary of our amazing Army of 250 years. So here's a little history I found about Flag Day. The Continental Congress in 1777 did pass a resolution, and that's when they established the design of the American flag. It was to have 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the Union be 13 stars while in a blue field representing a new constellation. Yeah, think of what that new constellation was then. Wow. This resolution marked the official adoption of the Stars and Stripes as our national flag. So actually, though, I found out that while the resolution was passed in 1777, celebrations of the Flag Day didn't become widespread until much later. In 1916, actually, President Woodrow Wilson issued a proclamation establishing June 14th as Flag Day. And then later, in 1949, President Harry Truman signed a congressional resolution officially designated Flag Day as a national observance. So Flag Day is a day to reflect on the meaning of the American flag and what it stands for. Well, we know it stands for the ideals of freedom, liberty, and unity for which the nation stands. And I pray that we get back to that unity soon. It's a time to honor the flag as a symbol of American values and, most importantly, the sacrifices made to defend them. Our flag is more than just fabric. It's a symbol of unity, freedom, sacrifice, and the enduring spirit of the American people. Think about it. Our American flag is flown over battlefields, marched in parades, draped over coffins of heroes, and been raised in celebration. Each star represents a state, each stripe a piece of our history, and together they remind us of the ideals this country strives for. Yes, and we're striving for that. Liberty, justice, and equality for all. So Flag Day really invites us not only to celebrate the symbol, but also to live the values it represents. So how can we as Americans honor this day in meaningful ways? Well, some of the ways that I thought of were to fly the flag proudly. So if you have a flag, you might choose to display it today if you don't display it more often. And, of course, learn and share the history. A little bit that I've given you today is just kind of the tip of the iceberg. And always, reach out and thank a veteran or service member, someone who has served or is serving, and let's just let them know their sacrifices are seen and appreciated. And practicing patriotism through service, maybe helping a neighbor, just supporting the freedoms our flag represents by living them daily. And Flag Day, I think, reminds us that patriotism isn't just pride in our nation, it's responsibility to our nation. And as we know, nothing is about perfection, but about progress and doing our part to ensure that our country is a place of opportunity and hope. And there are multiple ways that we can do that. I saw a post yesterday where someone said, they wished that they had the power to make a difference. And the power that we have, each one of us, is to let our light shine and to be a representative of these freedoms that we so much enjoy by exercising them in different ways. And we have so many ways that we are able to appreciate our freedom as Americans. We have freedom of speech. We can share our minds, share our opinions, share our beliefs. Freedom of religion. Oh, my goodness. We have the right to worship as we choose. Think of that. Something we take for granted. I know I have. Where in countries that is simply not allowed. Well, whether you attend church or a mosque or a synagogue or temple or simply practice your beliefs privately, that freedom is protected. And we have freedom as a press. Journalists and citizens are free to report the news, question leadership, and bring truth to light, keeping power accountable. And most importantly, the freedom to vote. Every one of us has the right to vote for their leaders and on laws that affect their lives, giving each of us a voice in shaping the future of our country. And the freedom of assembly. We can gather peacefully in rallies, marches, or community meetings to support causes and share our concerns. And, of course, the emphasis is on peacefully. So, as we know, there are gatherings right now that are not peaceful. And I just ask you to join me on this special Flag Day, and really every day, to just pray for peace. Pray for peace. Not only peace in our country, but around the world. And as we know, there is a very serious war happening right now. And we just pray. God, please bring peace into the hearts of individuals and let us express this individually and collectively. And then, of course, we have the freedom to choose our own path. We're free to pursue education, careers, passions, and dreams. Regardless of our background, that is the essence of the American dream. So, my friends, I hope that you will join with me in just appreciating the wonderful freedoms that we have, that we get to enjoy, and that sometimes are just taken for granted. So today, my affirmation is a personal one. I honor the flag by living with purpose, protecting freedom, and appreciating the blessings of liberty every day. Again, I honor the flag by living with purpose, protecting freedom, and appreciating the blessings of liberty every day. Once more, I honor the flag by living with purpose, protecting freedom, and appreciating the blessings of liberty every day. Well, thanks again for calling. Have an absolutely magnificent day. And just a little reminder, if you stayed with me till the end, Tomorrow is the last day of this last quarter of the seminar year. Make it count. You have 24 hours plus if you're listening to this recording on Saturday. And I encourage you to just pull out all the stops and finish that star. And even if you aren't in a position to finish the star, start this new quarter on Monday with purpose and absolutely passion for beating your best yet. All right, my friends. Have a blessed day. God bless you, and goodbye for now.